President Bola Tinubu calls for unity, peace as Muslims celebrate Fitr. Osun State Governor says President Tinubu's UK visit will boost economic recovery. And Delta State government condemns female assault during Ozoro Festival. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has urged Nigerians to uphold unity, peace, and the enduring values of Ramadan as Muslim faithful across the country celebrate the Fitr festival with prayers and reflection. The president made the call on Friday shortly after observing the 2-Raka prayer at the Dodan Barracks Eid ground in Lagos State. President Tinubu participated in the prayers alongside top government officials and associates. Speaking after Eid prayers, he urged citizens to uphold the values of patience, tolerance, and kindness learned during Ramadan and Lent. He said the teachings of Ramadan must not end with fasting, urging Nigerians to remain committed to kindness, good conduct, and sustained support for vulnerable persons across communities nationwide beyond the season. The president called for prayers for peace and stability in the country, stressing that national security remained a shared responsibility, requiring cooperation, vigilance, and commitment from all citizens across the Federation.
We must continue, not because of the Ramadan that's come and is over. We thank Almighty God for giving us that month. But the teaching must continue even after Ramadan. We must continue to be our brother's keeper, good behavior, good neighbors, love to humanity, and kindness to all of us. And pray for peace in our country. The stability of peace and security of the nation is not just one man's responsibility. We all are involved. Information, suspicious information, movements of people across the length and breadth of this country is our responsibility.
The Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Lajoda, has cautioned politicians against exploiting religion as a tool for electoral advantage, irrespective of their political affiliation. Speaking with journalists at his Bodija private residence in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, Ladoja emphasized that Nigeria must move beyond divisive tendencies as another election cycle approaches, while addressing concerns over insecurity in parts of the state, particularly incidents of kidnapping. The traditional ruler noted that while such challenges persist, security agencies are making steady progress in tackling them. The monarch also identified land grabbing as a more pressing threat to the socio-economic development of Ibadan, warning that it could deter investors and undermine growth. He, however, assured residents that the traditional institution, in collaboration with government authorities, is taking proactive steps to curb the menace, strengthen community vigilance, and revive local security structures. Governor Demola Adeleke of Osun State has praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit to the United Kingdom, saying the diplomatic engagement offers significant opportunities to bolster Nigeria's economic recovery programs. The governor made this known as he felicitated Muslims on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. He called the visit a rare and truly unique one, commending the president and the federal government for the historic engagement. He urged the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF) and subnational governments to capitalize on the visit by building partnerships between Nigerian states and the United Kingdom entities. The governor also used the occasion to felicitate the Muslim Ummah in Osun and across Nigeria on the successful completion of Ramadan. The Chief Imam of Ikejile Ijesha in Osun, Alhaji Muhammad IBRAHIM Ali, has charged the Muslim Ummah to imbibe the virtues of humility, kindness, and forgiveness, emphasizing the need to uphold the teachings of the Holy Quran beyond the Ramadan period. Delivering his sermon at the Ikejile Eid prayer ground, the Chief Imam advised Muslims to remain their brother's keeper, noting that Islam promotes love, unity, and cooperation among adherents. He spoke in Yoruba.
Lẹ́yìn Ramadan, a nínú àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tí Ramadan kọ́ wa, òun náà ní ká ṣe dáadáa. Gbogbo nǹkan tí à ń ṣe ní inú àwẹ̀ nínú Ramadan, sàrà ni, a ní sùúrù ni, gbogbo nǹkan àmúṣìgá ni, gbogbo nǹkan tí a pàtì nínú àwẹ̀ kí a jọ ní tìtorí tọlọ́run àti tànábì wa Muhammad. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a pàtì yìí ká rí mọ̀ wípé gbogbo nǹkan náà a fi lẹ̀ àdédìí ẹ̀ mọ́, ẹni mutí kò dédìí ẹ̀. Nígbà táwẹ̀ lọ yìí ká dákun torí tọlọ́run ká fi ọtí náà ká fi lẹ̀. Eléyìí náà ni a fi rí àánú Ọlọ́run gbà, eléyìí náà ni ó sì jẹ́ àǹfààní fún wa láyé ń bí àtijọ́ gbèǹde àlìkíyámà. Wá àti ìhù láhà wá àti ìhù rọ̀súlù wà ámúrè ẹ̀mẹ́kùn. Ọlọ́run ní ẹ tẹ̀lé tòun, ẹ tẹ̀lé táwọn aláṣẹ, ẹ tẹ̀lé táwọn aláṣẹ yìí. Tẹ́ bá ti tẹ̀lé táwọn aláṣẹ inú yín, gbogbo nǹkan yóò máa bọ́ sí déédéé.
In a chat with Vicinity News, the traditional ruler of Ira community, the Olura of Ira Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Oba Oluropo Fatomi, congratulated Muslim faithful on the successful completion of the fasting period. The monarch urged them to sustain the spiritual gains of Ramadan and avoid actions capable of undermining the progress made during the holy month. He also called on Islamic clerics to intensify efforts in guiding the younger generation, particularly in steering them away from criminal activities and drug abuse.
My advice to them is that they should not do tomorrow. What our youth are doing is terrible. What they drink, what they smoke, not in this time alone, we travel, sleep, doesn't make them our youth. We are gradually getting older. Whether we like it or not, we are going to hand over this youth. What will our tomorrow be? It's a great concern. So in the mosque, we should focus the youth, organize them, talk to them about how they can repent and make a better life.
The celebrations were marked with prayers, charity, and expressions of goodwill among residents in the community. Ogun State government has appointed Feyishara Bolariwa Adebowale as the new Director General of Bureau of Public Procurement. She succeeded the late Dr. Adeshina Olanloye. The appointment was made known on Friday by the State Head of Service, Kehinde, noted that Bolariwa Adebowale emerged through a competitive and merit-based selection process involving the screening and interview of qualified candidates within the state civil service. Bolariwa Adebowale, a lawyer, joined the Ogun State Civil Service as a state counsel in 2005. She previously served as Deputy Director of Civil Litigation in the Ministry of Justice before her appointment to the Bureau of Public Procurement as a legal officer. The head of service described her elevation as part of Prince Dakwa Abiodun's government's efforts to strengthen due process and accountability in public contracting by ensuring that procurement policies are imbibed and implemented in line with international best practices and within the framework of government bureaucratic procedures. You are listening to Vicinity 95.3 FM, transmitting live from Ikejile Ijesha. News nationwide will continue shortly.
Music. Sports.
Towards Lukaku.
Entertainment. Politics. All on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha.
Thanks for staying tuned. For news updates and live streaming, visit our website at vicinity953fm.com.ng. You can also provide us information via email at vicinitynewsroom@gmail.com or call 070-6108-3107. Now the rest of the news. The Delta State government has condemned reports of women being harassed and sexually assaulted during the Ozoro Festival in Isoko North local government area. Though details surrounding the festival remain unclear, the allegations have sparked widespread condemnation, with many accusing society of tolerating violence against women under the guise of culture. In a statement issued on Friday, the Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Charles Anyagu, called on security agencies to investigate the incident and ensure that those responsible are brought to justice. He also urged community leaders and organizers of cultural festivals across the state to put in place adequate security measures to safeguard participants and prevent reoccurrence. The Delta State Police Command Public Relations Officer Bright Edafe has confirmed the arrest of 5 persons: the community head chief Omorede Sunday and chief organizer of the Ozoro Festival, in connection with the alleged sexual assault of women during the annual event in the state. Ebonyi government has debunked reports of awarding contracts to empower influential individuals in the state. The State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Chief Ikuwa Omebe, on Friday in Abakaliki, while addressing newsmen, noted that contract awards in the state were based on merits, as bidding and awards passed through due processes at the State Bureau for Public Procurement. Omebe recalled that the ESCO in its February 3rd, 2026 meeting had noticed the slow pace of work at some road sites and consequently directed supervising committees to move to the site to make recommendations for determination of jobs that were poorly executed. The commissioner reiterated the government's determination to complete strategic projects initiated by the previous administrations that will benefit the people of the state. A bit of sports. Niger Tornadoes technical advisor Majin Muhammad has promised to build on the win over Rivers United. The Ikon Allah boys edge Rivers United in a rescheduled fixture in Mina. Niger Tornadoes will lock arms with Abia Warriors at the Umaya Township Stadium in their next game. Muhammad is optimistic that the result will lift their spirits. The Niger Tornadoes moved to 10th position in the league table with 39 points. To end news nationwide, another look at the main stories. President Bola Tinubu has urged Nigerians to uphold unity, peace, and the enduring values of Ramadan as Muslim faithful across the country celebrates the Fitr festival with prayers and reflection. We told you that Governor Demola Adeleke of Osun State has praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit to the United Kingdom, saying the diplomatic engagement offers significant opportunities to bolster Nigeria's economic recovery programs. And lastly, you heard the Delta State government has condemned reports of women being harassed and sexually assaulted during the Ozoro Festival in the Isoko North local government area. And just before we go, the last line, Eid Mubarak, wishing all Muslim faithful a joyous and peaceful celebration. That was News Nationwide. It was edited by Oluwafunke Israel. On behalf of the production team, I'm Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for listening. Good evening.